Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Enjoy this Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Stacey and Company show. Stacey Ericson channels messages from your higher self and other realms. Connect with your own unicorn and dragon. Step into this magical realm now.
Hey guys, it's Stacey with Stacey and Company. I'm so excited to be here today, and thank you for joining me. I just wanted to speak a little bit more about my history so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So over the past few years, I have become an inspirational medium and an animal intuitive, bringing connection to your higher self while delivering messages from the other realms. Today's show is all about unicorns, so you guys are going to have a blast with that. They're so much fun. I have been able to communicate with animals ever since I can remember. The animal I most communicated with and learned many other skills was my pony, Pearl. She was an abused horse that my family acquired for me because I had a very unique connection with her, and she also had a unique connection with me. I was 9 years old, so was she, so that was kind of cool. When I received her as a gift, and she taught me all about myself and how horses respond through emotions. I learned how to recognize my emotions and clear thought, which is something that really helps you with all of this communication. And communication through telepathy and entrainment. So telepathy is the mind-to-mind connection where you receive information mind to mind or brain to brain. There are thoughts like if you speak to an animal, they might say, well, you know, my right leg hurts today, or I don't like my dog food. The other is entrainment. Entrainment is the heart-to-heart connection where you receive information on a deeper level. So you can feel into the situation of the animal and learn about, you know, what they're thinking. They could give you prophetic messages. They could give you information on health for yourself, as well as, you know, the surrounding areas. It's really neat to learn how to speak with the animals with your heart, because once again, you get more information. It's a lot deeper, and it's also more personal to them. I am so grateful that I met Pearl. That was the pony, her name. She was wonderful. She was an amazing being that taught me more than any human ever could. She stayed in my life from age 9 until I was 32 years old, and she was also 32. I still feel that she is with me now, because when I ride my horses, I always feel that she has that presence with me, and I just love it. I get wisdom from her, and then I receive wisdom from my horses when I'm riding them as well. So it's a good match. I feel like she's basically one of my little archangels that hangs out with me while I'm riding horses. So I also feel like too, like today, she's kind of here. That's why I'm mentioning her, because she is helping me connect in with the unicorns for you guys today, and helping me to teach you more about what unicorns are about in today's day and age. So in the meantime, please check out my website, raspberrylight.com. And that way you can get a booking with me to learn about your own personal unicorn if you're not able to learn a little bit about your unicorn today. I believe I can see them because they really are very closely related to the horse. They have been a part of history since the beginning of time. The very first one was mentioned in the Old Testament, where Adam saw one in the Garden of Eden. So unicorns were also found in history from all backgrounds, religions, and countries. They are found in various symbols and various countries. So we'll put up a picture of like the coat of arms, and they're also used for shields in like Scotland and places like that in history. Do we have that picture? So the horn on the middle of the forehead symbolizes the spiritual arrow, the solar ray, the divine sword of discernment, the revelation of the insertion of spirit in nature, and also a bridge between worlds. They are said to be the symbol of purity and grace. The horn is said to have magical virtues. They represent unconditional love, And then what I see, oh, there we go. That's the picture of the coat of arms. You can see how in the olden days, they really did, people did think that they existed because they used these in their coat of arms or in, like I said, shields or anywhere else that was really pertinent to protection. So we're going to also, so let's go ahead and put up the next picture, which is another example of one of those. Oh, nope, that's okay. That's a good picture. We can go back to that picture. Yeah, that one. There we go. So this picture right here is also another example of what they were used for back in the olden days. It's kind of like a statue for the home for protection. All right, that's great. So then I want to talk about the unicorns. They come in all different colors and sizes and genders. So their mane lengths and their tails and their body, all of it's different per person. So what the person is the gender. So let's see, let's go back here. Describe the unicorns. So the masculine unicorn, if you do have that's present with you, let's go ahead and go to the one that's the colorful one, the colorful unicorn. Yeah, that one. There we go. So colors, they come in all different colors, shapes, sizes. Their horns are almost always gold, though, and their hooves are always gold as well. But the unicorns that I see are around you, and they can be either masculine or feminine. The masculine side is for power, strength, and courage. The feminine side is for joy, love, and compassion. Now, it just depends on what you're working on as a human for depending on which one of those you are, whatever unicorn you receive. So the eyes are 3 times the size of the horse's eye. Each has a similar personality of the person it is with, as well as sharing similar interests. So on to the 3 unicorns that I see. When I'm reading unicorns for people, I see 3 different unicorns. The first one explains the individual's purpose for this lifetime. The second one is given to every individual when they become a soul. When a soul is born in the very beginning of its existence, it receives a unicorn that stays with it throughout its entire existence. This unicorn can give information about past lives as well as information relevant to this lifetime. The third is the most beautiful unicorn you can imagine. It is the brightest of all of them and is seen over your right shoulder and back just a little bit behind you. This one represents your God spark, the light within us. It is pure white most of the time and can have a gold, silver, or opal essence to it. Each unicorn that shows itself is very unique and very individual. They are you and you are they. They sparkle. So let's put up the sparkly one. See if that one's there. It's like hanging up in the sky. Yep, that one. So they really do sparkle like that when I see them. They come with all different sizes of sparkles, glitter, rainbow sparkles, candy coated, that, like where if the sun shines on it, it'll change colors. It just depends on each unicorn as to what I see and what the person is bringing forward for that. So let me see here. I'm going to go back. So today I wanted to also bring to you, hi, Melissa. Thanks for joining us. And Jules, thank you. It's very, very nice to have both of you with us today. And hi, Sarah, too. So I have 2 unicorns here that I wanted to talk about real quickly because they came to me before the show. And it's really interesting because I was telling my producer that I don't know where they came from or why, but they did. I did receive these 2 unicorns. So I drew both of them, and I'd like to give you an example of what a unicorn reading would be like for you. And also, if one of these unicorns is you, well, then feel free to let us know. All right, so let's go to the first unicorn, which is blue. So it's going to be the blue one. That one's the one that wanted to join us today too, the white one. So there we go. Okay, so I drew it, pardon my drawings, but I think that I try to really get the essence of it. So this is Bubbles. I never really get names with unicorns, but for some reason she showed me her name and she's calling herself Bubbles. So Bubbles is all about connection with people. So let's back up on this. So the body color is what you are working on in this lifetime with this soul purpose that you have now. So, and then the mane and the tail colors are all about, in the forelock, which is the hair on the face right there, are all about the tools that you are using to achieve this soul purpose that you have, that you're trying to accomplish. And the fact that the unicorn is actually showing itself to me means that you are accomplishing what it is trying to portray or do. So it's really cool. So Bubbles is here with us today, and she's absolutely gorgeous. So she's feminine, and she's really sweet and kind and very, very gentle, extremely gentle. So she's really sensitive with everything that's going on around her and her environment and things like that. And she's blue because she's trying to communicate what it is that she wants in her life. She wants to bring forward her purpose of being. And so that's what she's working on right now. And her main color is red or actually pink, I'm sorry. Her main color is pink, silver. There's silver in front of the pink there, and purple, turquoise, and then there's a little more silver in the back there, and then blue. So the color of the mane is all about the gifts that you're using to accomplish this in your life. And so the silver is all about connecting in with Earth. So in order to feel peaceful so that you can transfer your thoughts and become more at one with what you are and how you feel about life and whatnot, the silver helps you, and that helps you walk through nature. So silver is connected to the natural world, and nature, in this case, for this person, it really helps them to find themselves through walking in nature. There's sometimes that silver also connects with the other realms, fairies and things like that, but not in this case. In this case, it's just the natural world. They feel very balanced and more at ease and peace when they're breathing fresh air. So that's what this silver in this mane is. And then the pink is all about love. So they're doing it with self-love. They want to feel more loving in their heart and more understanding of things, but for themselves, because it's not about other people right now. It's, learning about herself. And so that's what she's doing. So she's using love to help her with that as well. The purple is asking for divine guidance. A lot of times purple can portray different things, but in this case, once again, purple is for divine guidance. And so she's asking, above, how is this? Can I do this? And using the divine guidance of knowing that there's somebody there to support her, meaning, the divine, and helping her in all things. The turquoise is all about learning how to be more creative in this process, because if you stay too, let's see, I'm trying to think of the words here. Hang on just a second. So it's more like childlike, like where you're coming from more of a fun nature. So she wants to have more fun with her life is basically what it's about, is using fun to attract and achieve this beautiful radiance of this being that she wants to become. And then there's silver again, which in this case, which is really quite interesting, to be honest with you. I don't get a lot of double colors, but in this case, it is wanting to connect into other realms. So this part of the mane is wanting to learn more, that there is more, that there can be more. All of that comes into play with this silver and this mane. And then the last but least is the blue. And the blue is all about connection to speaking. So this person actually wants to do some speaking on it and learn how to be a little bit more out there in the public. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. So once again, if this unicorn matches you, please let me know. This is kind of an interesting thing. The fact that it's a female unicorn doesn't mean that it has to be a female that it's working with, but The female unicorn is actually working through love, joy, and in this case, compassion for themselves. So it's a very cool thing. Let me see here. I just wanted to read a couple of the comments here to see if there's anybody else that wants anything. I'm only So that's really cool. Yeah, Jules is saying, I've only ever known about getting a guardian angel. You guys can read this, I'm sure, too, when we're created. Learning about getting a unicorn at creation is cool, too. And yeah, it is. It's kind of interesting. It was quite a surprise to me, Jules, to realize that you do get a unicorn. But unicorns represent unconditional love, and that's what's on the other side where we are created with the divine, of course. So it only makes sense that we get this pure, hearted animal to, have as part of our soul or spirit. So it's really fun. And plus they add a lot of interest too, right? And they're gorgeous on top of everything else. So that's really, really cool. So let's move on to that next unicorn that I have here, the green one. Yep, there she is. Sorry, the picture's a little off there. But this one is a young unicorn, as you can kind of tell, just because it looks more like a pony than an older horse. And I'm not sure, once again, who this is, but this one just came to me today, in fact. So it's really kind of interesting. And it's cool because this one shows a lot of different characteristics that unicorns can, portray and actually help people learn more about themselves. So I don't have a name for this one, but she's awfully cute. So the big thing with this unicorn, I'm trying to look at my picture of her here in front of me too, so I can feel the energy of what I had drawn. So this unicorn is the green, and green in this case is about fun, loving. It's healing, but in a fun, loving way. She's like that really bright apple green. And so she's got some stuff that she's working through. She's healing, like I said, with this apple green. And she's a younger spirit, a younger soul, and having fun with it, and through joy and love and that type of thing, because the apple color is all about those aspects. So this one wants to learn how to, she's working on healing, but she also wants to learn about how to be more playful as well in that healing process with this color green. So the mane and tail also are going to come into play with how she's accomplishing this. So it's really interesting because we have, first of all, a curly mane, which means that she's a little bit wild. She wants to be a little bit more free-spirited, but in her own way. So that's really cool. Haven't seen that before. Or actually, yes, I haven't seen this one before. So the red in the mane means that there's something that's pressing that she already knows about, that she wants to learn about, and she needs to do it now because it's time. She's kind of been a little bit lazy about it. So we'll say, like, I'm just going to give an example, but that's not this unicorn in particular thing. I just want to explain red is that if you're planning on doing something with your life, and you know it's right there in front of you, but yet you haven't taken the plunge or taken the step, the red is saying, yes, go ahead, move forward, it's time. So it's really cool because then there's some encouragement behind it. So this one has purple in the mane as well. That's also inviting the divine in for more understanding and clarity. In this case, more understanding and clarity is a big deal for this unicorn. The silver and this is playing outside constantly. Like this one loves to be outside, like consistently, like a lifeguard type of situation, or just always outside, always enjoying nature, probably works outside, that type of thing. And then the yellow is all about having fun, but creating more joy in the life, and also creating joy for the surrounding area of where she is. So that's really interesting too. So it's a lot of fun. These unicorns, they tell you a lot of different things. This one is also female. She does a lot of dancing and movement. There's a lot of movement with this one. And yep, definitely. And she's working on that love, compassion, and joy aspect of her life as well. So the two things, just a couple of things here. I want to just try to answer some questions here too while we're talking. But the two things is, I just want to quickly say before I answer Brenda's question, hang on just a second. Two things is that we have masculine and feminine within us. And so in order to balance the two, we have compassion, joy, and love. That's our feminine. And then we have courage, strength, and power. That's our masculine. And when we're balanced, we have, the compilation of all of those, and we're very balanced. But the unicorn helps us work on, these different aspects that we want to create more of. So in these two cases, they're both feminine. And so that's the reason for the love, compassion, and joy, which is really fun. So Brenda, you say, how would I attract unicorn energy into my home and garden? Oh, wow, that's a really good question. So they're all about unconditional love. And to be honest with you, adding color is a big deal. Color for unicorns, they love color. The colorful aspects of your garden would be great. Anything shiny, they love shiny too. And of course, that also helps with the fairies, and the fairies love the unicorns as well. So I would suggest that. I would recommend, bringing in more color into your garden, and as well as something shiny and bright, like a globe or something like that. They just love that type of stuff. So let's see what else is there. Here we got. Sorry, guys. I can't see without my glasses on. Let's see here. Can unicorns have just a solid color mane, or do they always have different colored manes? Oh, that's a good one, Andrea. Thank you for asking that question. So unicorns, it's really interesting because they've always been portrayed as rainbows, right? Their manes and tails are always rainbows, which is really kind of fun. And then their bodies are white. So all color, except for black, has white in it. So the white unicorn actually represents all color, which is really fun. And then the rainbows and the manes are basically what you see. Those are the tools that I said that you can use. So it's really interesting how we have that, beforehand. And then now I'm also bringing that forward into the readings as well. It kind of made me understand it when I started drawing them. I was like, oh my gosh, they do have rainbows in their manes and tails because of the colors, that you're using to work on these tools. Well, the tools actually are represented by those colors. So I've never seen a solid color mane or tail on a unicorn, to be honest with you. I've seen solid colored bodies, but they always have sparkles or, I don't know, little glitter, something like that. Some of them have, like the little candy things that go on top of your ice cream, but they're shiny. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how the unicorns, each one is different, like I said, because it represents you as a person. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, but I've never really seen a completely solid unicorn before. Usually even the white ones have a little bit of color in them somewhere, like an opal essence to them or something like that. So, and an opal essence, of course, has the compilation of the entire rainbow, and so that's really cool too. So this is. So Robin, let's see you. Oh, you're so beautiful. Yes, your unicorn is absolutely gorgeous, in fact. Like really, really pretty. Your unicorn is bright orange. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. That's really cool. So your unicorn is bright orange, and oh wow. And and it has a really beautiful, like actually this color pink, a little darker pink mane. And there's some blue in its mane, and this gorgeous gold. That's really, really cool. All right, so let's talk about your unicorn, Robin. This is kind of fun. So right now with your unicorn, it is orange, a bright colored orange, and it's absolutely gorgeous, like I said. And it actually has like the shiny little glitter to it, like very little glitter, but I mean, this tiny sparkle glitters, but it is sparkly, very sparkly. But anyway, and the orange is just gorgeous. It's like a bright, bright, bright orange. So what you're working on is with that bright orange is being more creative with your life, trying to figure out ways for, joyful findings. So you want to find like, oh my gosh, this Melissa's show. That's like so cute. So you're trying to find more joy in your life with this whole thing and create more joy, but you're also doing it like through creativity, creative things, creative ways. It's so much fun. So the pink is adding love into that process of creation. And then the gold is bringing in, so you go straight up to God, basically, or source, whatever you want to call it. And you pull down that energy for yourself and also share it with the world, in fact. That's really cool. And then what was the other color? So it was pink. I forget the last color. I'm sorry. Orange and gold. And then the other color, blue. Oh, blue. Okay. And so you're working on creating more of speaking it and talking about it more. So in this creative process that you're in right now. Wow, what a beautiful unicorn. Thank you for asking about it. That's wonderful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, good, Brenda. You're definitely going to love your shiny globes. I know you will. So Ruth. Oh, Ruth, yes, you do have a unicorn. Everybody has a unicorn, just so you know. And you're absolutely gorgeous too, Ruth, like absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to take this unicorn away here because she's sort of adding her energy into everything over here. So I'm going to put her over there. So Ruth, with your unicorn, it's really quite interesting. There's like a combination of two colors. So you have turquoise in the body. And it's really interesting because you've got like turquoise and you've got some green in there too. And it's the bright green. It's really pretty bright green. And then the mane is going to be purple. I'm just going to write this down because on this show, I kind of lose my mind. So purple and yellow. Ooh, and you got some orange in there too. So you got the turquoise body. Yours is extremely colorful, and you've got silver. All right, so the turquoise and the green. So what that's about for you is you are going through some healing yourself. You're trying to heal some, it feels to me like it's health, like something healing health-wise. And then the turquoise is bringing in the energy of when you were younger and just recognizing that life is easier. You can make your life easier by being more creative as, like that kid-like activities and stuff like that. I don't want to say activities, but remembering your childhood dreams and things like that. So that's what you're working on right now, which is really interesting and a lot of fun. And it's good that you're doing this. The purple is all about keeping that divine energy with you when you're doing this. You feel like you surround yourself with purple. It feels to me like it's something that's really precious to you. The yellow is all about keeping that joy in your life again, but you create joy for other people. So it's really fun for you. That's what gives you joy, is by creating joy for others. The orange is all about creativity. I feel like maybe you do some art or something more in that, vein. I'm not sure, but it feels to me like you're, even if you're not art, like doing art itself, but you're creating something, even maybe writing or something like that, but you're definitely creating, and that's the orange. And then the silver, oh, you do love nature. You're a barefoot girl. Feels to me like you like to be barefoot quite a bit. So please let me know if, we're doing okay with these readings, you guys. It's always nice to get confirmation on some things, so I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Well, Robin, see, you've already put up that. Thank you, Robin. I really appreciate that. So let's talk to, I think you'll definitely get a shiny globe. Sorry, you guys, I'm just reading as we're going along here. And Jules, did we already do Jules? Did we do your unicorn? Okay, so Jules. Jules, yes, of course, I see a unicorn around you. Oh, yours is like very large. Okay, so this is all about the size. That's fun, Jules. This is fun. Thank you for asking, because this is a good one too, because it's going to be helpful for people to recognize their own unicorns. So Jules' unicorn is quite large, meaning that what she's working on is quite big, and she's accomplishing it in a very large, big way, which is so much fun. So Jules, your unicorn is purple, and it is very, very shiny. It's really funny because right around the belly of the unicorn is like this massive silver, like it's just sheer silver. I don't even know how to explain it other than that. It's just beautiful. And that's really quite interesting. That's a past life thing. Oh, that's really cool. All right, we got to write yours down too, so I don't forget, because you got some stuff going on in the main as well. So we got purple, and then we've got the silver belly, just past life. That's fun. And then let's see. So the main is orange. And oh, but you got a little bit of red there too. And got some white. We got a lot of colors, Jules. Let's see here. So orange, red, white. There's gold. Okay, so we're just going to stop with those 4 colors because there's more that you're using in this unicorn, and we could talk later on if you want to, Jules. Just text me later, call me later. So the purple unicorn it's actually a lighter purple. It's not really dark, deep purple. It's just a really pretty purple, like a normal purple. I guess you can see in my pen here, it's like that purple. And it has that silver belly. So right now it's really interesting because you're working on, really pulling in a lot of the divine into your life and creating more of the energy of the past. So like it's past life stuff. Like you're bringing in your past life experiences into this lifetime right now and creating more for the people around you with that. It's really, really cool. The orange in the main, again, is for you. It's actually a deeper burnt orange. Wow, that's really interesting. So the deeper burnt orange is, wow, that's really interesting. So the deeper burnt orange for you really is like lighting fires, like you're lighting fires here and there, not in a bad way, in a good way, to help. It feels to me like you're helping people by, like, I don't know, just get them going. And the red in the main isn't necessarily for you. Once again, the red is for you to move forward and to do this like quickly, but it feels to me like it's like you create more energy for people. That's really cool. And then the white is clear. It's like bringing in clear energy. So it's sincere. There's no muddling or anything like that with all of this. You are very clear, very straightforward, truthful. It's good energy. And then the gold is going straight up to God or source or whatever. You don't stop along the way. You just go right on up there and you ask for, what's needed, and you bring that golden light back down to help healing of everything that's here in the world. Wow, what a beautiful unicorn. And thank you for sharing that with us, because that's a really neat one. I got to start taking notes, you guys, so I can write these things down. So gorgeous. All right, so let me see here. Oh, Robin, thank you. I'm really happy. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad that everything worked out. All right. Oh, Melissa, you want yours red too. You're so cute. So Ruth, wow, that was incredible. You were spot on. Oh, well, it's not me, you guys. Honestly, it's your unicorns, and I just love them so much. They've been very accurate, and I just feel blessed and honored to be able to read them and help, bring them into your lives so you guys can recognize what wonderful, beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous beings that you guys are. So we'll have to do this more often, I guess, now, and read unicorns every day. So Melissa, yes, of course, you've got your unicorns. And then Andrea. All right, so Melissa, let's do yours next. And Melissa's unicorn, she's so cute. So Melissa's a good friend of mine. I love her very much. And I do know her, but I also read her unicorns quite a bit. And her unicorn is really fun because, and I'm so happy that she's asking about her unicorn today, because it's interesting, some of my friends that I read their unicorns are like, okay, what color is my unicorn today? It's really interesting. A lot of times your unicorn does not change its color. Because this is like your soul purpose. This is what you're working on in this lifetime. So it's interesting, I've only had a few unicorns change colors, but most of the time, when I read them again, I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember your unicorn. It's that color again. I can't believe it, but it's like the unicorn's telling me this. So Melissa's unicorn is purple. And her hue changes at times, just depending on where it is. So today, your unicorn is purple, and it's actually a really light purple. And it's almost like an egg, like an Easter egg purple. It's so beautiful. It's the energy is just amazing. It's like emanating like this bright light all around it, like everywhere. So your unicorn is like shiny, but you kind of reined it in a little bit because you didn't want to I don't want to say scare people, but, kind of scare people with your big unicorn. So you reined it in and made it a little bit more of that color, that purple color, but it is like bright, bright, shiny. I mean, you're just like sending rays of light out all over the world right now. And it's so cool to see this very, very energetic unicorn. It hasn't stopped moving. It's like, dancing and doing stuff, and it's really cute. So that's your unicorn's body. And what it's working on is the it's actually the divine message. Wow, that's really cool, Melissa. So you're sending divine messages out to people to help them recognize their own truth in themselves. And you're accomplishing this for them, which is really just an amazing feat. So let's see, what are you using for that? You're using the silver is in the main. So there's silver. Oh, you got a little bit of red too. There's purple. Oh, and blue. Okay, so the silver is all about bringing in the natural world. You are all about that. You believe in anything and everything because you know that all the other realms exist. And so the silver is actually tapping into these other realms to help bring in more magic and make it shinier and bigger, that message that you're sending out. The red, you've got something that you're kind of holding back on a little bit. So whatever it is that you feel you need to do, now's the time. Purple is all about that divine message. I mean, you're getting it clear as clear can be, and straight up to God. And then the blue is about speaking it. So you're actually speaking your truth and feeling into what is true and not holding anything back. So thanks so much, Melissa. That was beautiful unicorn too. So Andrea, let's see, what about your unicorn? So let's do Andrea's unicorn. So Andrea, your unicorn today, oh my goodness, is so cute. It's got a big smile. So you are a happy girl. Really, really neat. So your unicorn today is bright orange as well, but it's actually a little bit different because it has some yellow mixed in with it. It's really, really interesting. And then there's your sparkles are actually gold, not silver. So it's orange and yellow. Let's write this down again. Orange and yellow with the gold like sparkles, kind of like my finger. I don't know if you guys can see it, but sparkles with the fingernails, but they are gold. So yellow and then gold. Okay. And then the mane is all about, well, there's green, blue, there's some silver. Oh, so, and well, I'll tell you in just a second on that one. That one's really cool. So green, silver, blue, and then there is, oh, there's white in there too. That's really cool. Clear thought. Okay, so the orange and the yellow for you, Andrea, is, and you're accomplishing it because your unicorn has a big old smile on her face right now, is actually to create more joy, but through being creative in this process. So you're being creative with your creating joy. And what it is right now is that you really want to help the world be much more of a joyful place. And so everybody you meet, you're talking to and trying to be real positive and helping them feel better. And in the meantime, it also comes inward for yourself, because you also want to feel that joy, and it's something that you're working on inwardly as well, so that you can actually push it out into the world. It's really cool because you're accomplishing this, which is wonderful. The green is all about healing for you. You got a dark, dark, dark green. So there's some, actually, I think it's karmic for you. The karmic, yes, it's karmic. So whatever that is, there's some karmic healing for you, that you've had some karmic sores in the past that need to be healed. And it's just a little bit, not a lot, but it's something that, will come out as you progress in life. So that it'll be really fun for you to kind of experience that. And that'll also help you be able to emanate this joy and, with more creativity quicker once you release this karmic thing that you have going on. The blue is about speaking it and helping other people understand it. It's really cool. You're really starting to step into your power and understand this process that you're going through right now is important for you. The white comes from that clear belief that, God exists, that everything in the world is created by God, and wow, and you're really stepping into that too. So that's really awesome. The silver for you is really interesting, because for you, it's stepping into the other realms. And of course, you love dragons. And so that's like a huge thing for you. The silver is where you're really tapping more into the dragon side of life and figuring some things out with that, because they're helping you with more power, to feel more power. So next week, Andrea, I'm going to be talking about dragons. And I'd like, if you guys want to know if you have a dragon or what dragons to call in to help you and that type of stuff, I'm hoping that I can help you with those as well next week. But this week it's all about unicorns. So we're going to stick with unconditional love and the beauty of shiny, 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 bright beings, because that's what they are. And they're a lot of fun too. So Laura, do you get anything? I do not. So unicorns are about you, actually, Laura, not really the financial side of things. The whole thing with but let's read your unicorn instead, and then maybe that'll help you with this. So let's see, you're so cute. You're actually adorable. So Laura, so right now your unicorn is a very, very light blue. It's almost like that Easter egg blue too. And there's white in the mane. So there's white, there's the light blue, white and green. And then you have silver, because you're an outdoor girl. So silver. All right, so with the light blue, Laura, you're working on clearing out some things, but with your voice. So you're learning to speak a little bit more, I want to say healthier, in a healthier way. You're really a kind soul, very, very gentle. And your unicorn is really beautiful. In fact, she does this a lot. So she's really, really beautiful. And she has a really elegant body, like super elegant and very just sweet, very sweet and kind. So the white and the green and the silver. So the white and the mane is all about that clear intention. You have very clear intention. And if you stick with that, you're going to end up, doing a lot of great things and helping a lot of people. But right now you're kind of taking yourself back a little bit. And so that's why your unicorn is light blue. The green's about healing. You're working on, some healing. The green's all about healing that maybe some financial stuff got taken away from you unfairly. Not sure about that, but it kind of feels like that. And the silver is about earth and connecting into earth once again for you. just seeing green outside is a big deal for you. You like to experience that natural world and to look around and see all of this, beautiful world around you. And so make sure to keep yourself healthy, that you do that even if you have to have household plants inside and whatnot. Now, remember, you are accomplishing what I'm saying, because I would not be able to read your unicorn without this. So to answer the financial side of your question, now that I've read your unicorn, I feel like, yes, you will be fine. I feel like by the end of this year, you will see a huge shift and a change. Oh, I just got goosebumps on that. So, yep, you're definitely going to be okay. Just try to trust and breathe through it, and turn your unicorn into that beautiful blue that it used to be, which is like this gorgeous electric blue. I don't have a color here. It's, hang on a second. It's sort of like the unicorn that I drew. It's like this color. So that's what color it should be. So let's build that unicorn back up. All right, thank you for your question. I hope that I helped you with that, Laura. Let's see who else. Complicated by design. I love you guys. Thank you very much, Dia. Andrea, that's awesome. Yep, I thought you would. That's awesome. I'm so happy that you're using those colors in your paintings as well. Love that, love that. And Bridget, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Is there anybody else that wants their unicorns read? Do you have time? Because I've got about 10 minutes, so I can do a little bit more, maybe one more unicorn if you guys feel up to it. Otherwise, I can. Oh, Sarah. Yes, you can. I can read your unicorn for sure. Oh, you're such a beautiful girl too. Wow. How gorgeous are you? All right. So sorry, I have to really get close to the screen, you guys. So Sarah, wow, your unicorn's bright and cheerful. So your unicorn's actually quite large as well. It's really, really interesting how big that unicorn is. You're definitely out there in the world right now, and that's really amazing. The work that you're doing for sure is incredible. So let's talk about the color of your unicorn. So your unicorn is actually the blue unicorn bubbles. That unicorn is pretty much close to what your unicorn is. So that's kind of interesting. So it is that electric blue, but it like vibrates this blue color. Like it's really neat. It's not really sparkly, but it just like shines like a bright light on the inside, and then it bright, and then just bright. I don't know how to explain it. Like it kind of blinks, but it always stays bright, that type of thing. But it gets brighter, then less bright, brighter, then less bright. So that's your unicorn. And your unicorn's actually masculine, which is really nice. That means that you're working on power, strength, and courage. And being a powerful woman right now, that's really amazing. And then in the main, you got orange. How pretty. I'm going to write this one down too, just so that I don't forget, because like I said, you have a lot of colors in the main. So yours is orange and gold and blue. Oh, and then this really pretty pink that I have on. You got on pink in there. And well, let's just go with those. Those are the 4 colors. So that's a great thing. All right. So the first one was orange. And so for you, you're creating a lot of new stuff. It feels to me like almost like a new business or something that's going on with you, but you're really creating some newness in your life. And you're doing it with like determination, and it's still a lot of joy with it as well, because the orange is actually very bright and beautiful. The gold is there that comes down from, now that's the divine, it comes straight from God. So everything that you're doing is through that, that absolute belief, your God spark, you're really using that to help you create this whole thing. And then, we didn't talk about electric blue, did we? And then the blue that's in the main is about portraying that out to the world. You're really speaking it. You're talking about it. And then in relationships too, you're also learning to use your voice in your relationships as well. That's really awesome. Good girl. And then pink. Pink is all about self-love for you. So sometimes it's about emanating love out to the world, but for you, it's actually about, creating more love for yourself so that you can feel more empowered. That's why it's a male unicorn, because you're working on that, your self-power to create more for yourself. That's amazing. What a gorgeous unicorn. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me read your unicorn. I appreciate it. So, oh, good. I'm so glad. So everybody got their unicorn read. This is so cute. So, so as we wrap this up for today, I wanted to talk with you guys about a couple of things before I go. I've got 9 minutes here. So I'm going to give you the unicorns readings that they gave to me before. I'm just going to tell you what they had mentioned to me earlier today that they wanted to emanate to you guys and tell you guys. So they want you to know that unicorns are real. They did really exist. The last one actually lived up until Merlin's time. Merlin actually existed as well. And Merlin protected the last unicorn. Obviously, there was only one left because so it couldn't have more. So so he protected it right up until it, decided that it needed to leave the earth. Now, what's really interesting about animals that leave the earth, and they go extinct, is that most of the time they do go into another realm, and then their energy is, they use the energy of themselves to create things in the world. And I'm going to explain that to you right now with the unicorns. So the unicorns are real. They live in a realm deep within the center of the earth. Now remember, we're talking about a realm, okay? They will reappear when the time is right. People ask me that all the time, are dragons going to reappear? I'm not sure about them, but I do feel that you'll see unicorns. Right now, they are returning through energy that is being portrayed. They show up as stuffed animals, cereals, hats, sleeping bags. I've got like a cool little hat, I just love it so much. In fact, I should have worn it today. Their appearance right now is to remind us of our pure souls, because that's what we are. We are made of pureness. We have that God spark in us, the creative childlike self that lives inside each and every one of us. They remind us of the beauty in the world and help us to see all the colors, hues, and especially the sparkles with love in our hearts. They are all about unconditional love, and they remind us that love heals all things. Really, it does, you guys. If you just love it, it'll make it better. Please visit my website at raspberrylight.com to learn more about your own unicorn. And thank you for joining me today. I will have dragons next week as my company. I love my name. I love this, Stacey and Company. It's so much fun to have company. And like I said, today was unicorns as my company. So I just love that so much. There's one more thing. Last week I had trees as my company, and it was actually one special tree that lives out in my front yard. And he's really a cool dude. And I wanted to give you guys this message because I was actually walking my dog, and I got this message from the trees, and I just wanted to pass this along today because I feel like it's important. So, and it kind of goes along with my show anyway, being that we are talking about the natural world and how, more appreciation and love towards it is going to help heal it, because that's what we're about right now, is learning to heal things for ourselves as well as heal things for the earth so that we all can live cohesively and get back to our, now I can't think of the word, but basically our baby selves, like when we were, and of course my phone is ringing, so I can't read the message, but hang on just a second here. So the natural world reflects our true spirit. So whatever trees you have in the front yard as sentinels can give you more information about why they are there. So he wanted to make sure that you guys knew that you can look up the tree that's closest to the front of your house or wherever you are, your apartment building, whatever's at the entrance of the building is the sentinel tree or bush or whatever it is. And if you look it up on the phone, it's so much fun having these phones nowadays, because everything's so quick and easy to gain information, that you can look up what the spirit meaning of that tree or bush or whatever it is and learn to see if that applies to you or if there's anything you can help, with it. So once again, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a blast. I love reading unicorns. We'll see what happens next week with the dragons. It'll be an interesting show next week for sure, because they're quite big characters. So I hope that you join me next week for sure, because I really enjoy doing this show. And God bless all of you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.